Hey everyone. My name is Jake from Touchpoint Design, and I'm here with a whole bunch of amazing people. I've got Ali on my top right, Ali Basir, my collaboration, my partner in crime, the fancy web designer that is the brains of the back end of everything, as well as uh, Tish Mayo, the owner, founder, and expert matchmaking extraordinaire for Rags2riches. How are you guys? How are you, Tish, by the way?
Fantastic. Feeling good today.
Heck yeah. Ali, how are you doing over there?
Doing good. I'm excited. We've put this
Sweet.
brand together. Let's show it off.
Do it.
Yeah. So the goal today, we're going to launch this thing. We're going to kind of walk through it, paint some pictures, understand a little bit here. But my first question is, and I just want to start, I want to paint a picture backwards, but Tish, you've been doing Rags to Riches since 2015. Like, what is just the quick story of like where you started and where you're at now, and how did we get to this point? Like where we met and we started to do this and unlocking the rights to the bigger vision here.
It honestly starts with one life being saved. We saved one little puppy off of Craigslist that was being sold in a poor area. We got that puppy vetted and we've just grown from there. We started with the one. Last year we saved 800 dogs and about
Oh my
100 cats.
gosh. What? So over the years then, I mean, we're 2023, that's 8 years later. It's a lot of lives saved. A lot of impact. Oh my gosh. Wow. What so then what was the biggest, I know we met, and it was probably a few months ago at least. What was the biggest challenge up to this point with the business and the brand and all that? Like why are we making this big pivot?
It just we wanted to go to the next level. We're pretty big in our community. Like we love our community. We love saving the lives of the dogs and the cats that we save, and we just want to bring it all together. We want people to know that we're here for them and we're here for their pets.
Heck yeah, awesome. Yeah, your community not just loves you, like they're immersed and involved, and they share your content, and your content's amazing, and your marketing and everything. And we released a video this past week as well with Nyack, one of your dogs, who I think he's in the room with you, probably sleeping, but when we launch this thing, he'll probably wake up. But without further ado, Ali, I'm going to pass the torch over to you. Show us this thing, let's launch it and make it public, and let's talk about it too.
Okay. All right. I'm going to
Heck
share my
yeah.
screen. I'm going to do a snapshot of where we were before
Oh,
and then
give
now
us
where
that
we are.
too.
Yeah,
I
let's do
love it.
that.
Awesome. I'm kind of excited. It's always fun to see the thing brought to life finally. And there's some pages you haven't seen yet, Tish. I know we showed you the about 90% of it. There might be some extra things you're like, oh, I didn't see that yet. So there's a little bit of excitement all around the board. How do you feel, by the way? I know you're excited, but
Very excited. Like I'm in awe. I'm speechless.
yes,
Ooh,
that's what we
that's
love.
what you want to hear. Okay. So here we are with where we started, where when you and Jake met and started talking about your brand and your website and all that, this is where you were. And this is the website you guys have worked with so far to this day. But we have something more delicious and beautiful in store for you. Uh, Jake,
I
would you
love
like
it.
me to go any further on this current website, or should we jump
No,
into the new
I
one?
I do want to point this out. Well, we're going to jump in a second, but I think one of the biggest standpoints from a branding standpoint too is that when you're a nonprofit, it's all about your why and why you're doing what you do. And that is, from my standpoint, one of the most important pieces that you can communicate through your website, through your brand, through your team, through your organization, through your mission, all the things. And so when we saw your brand and saw your business and understood that's the thing that resonates with us is how can we make sure something is in better alignment and represents who you are now. So that's the biggest change that people are going to see, and we want to at least show where you are at because it got you here and you've had tremendous success. So without further ado, I'm giving you a drum roll, me and my little corgi friend here.
Yes. All right, drum
But
roll.
show us the new one. Absolutely. Throw it in
Let's
here.
jump in here. And here we go.
Oh, I love it.
Boom.
Here
We're gonna
we
have to
are.
add some music here, but
Yes, drum roll and the music will be added later.
Dude,
But
this thing is
here we
fun.
are. So as soon as you land on here, you feel this, all these, like Jake was talking about, the mission, the purpose, it all becomes encompassed in one image, in one frame. And you see that diversity, you see the love, you see the animal, you see the people. And that's exactly what we were after. We wanted to accomplish. Next thing you see, you have the all breed, no kill, right there highlighted because you stand by that, and that those are two of your biggest values.
Well, and we could talk about this logo too, Ali.
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
you'll see it popped up, you'll see it throughout the rest. But I want to mention one thing because there's a certain energy that this has that matches who Rags to Riches in. And the biggest thing that we had on the board when we were creating this thing was their superpower is compassion. That is one of the biggest pieces, and that's kind of ingrained in their why. And so when you think of Rags to Riches, it's kind of this transformational journey from like, found in an alleyway, super beat up and rugged and rags, to riches, where it's the polished, refined, we've got all the love in the world and we're finding a home. And so in the logo, you can actually see some of those paw prints and a little bit of texture, and you'll see those details kind of immersed in the rest of the brand. And that's just the concept that there's this journey that that someone as a critter and a love and a family can take. And so I wanted to set that up for you and tee you off, Ali, as you go through the rest. But
No, I love that.
beautiful.
Yeah, feel free anytime, pop in and add some more.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have it right here, the first snapshot of your site. And I gotta add, like when we start designing the website, putting the sections together, graphics, text, and all that, we want to think about who's going to be on this site, like who's going to put down the address, open the website, and what kind of a journey they want to go through. And we want to make that as simple as possible for them. So keep in mind that all the placement of buttons and how we even down to the copy of it, these are thought about, and we want to make sure that your most important calls to action are visible. And like up top to the right, you have the adoption button, and then you also have it on the page itself. You have adopt today, and you have donate, which are the things that you're going to be using most to bring in the love from your audience.
On the top left, is that links to Facebook and Instagram, or?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
links to your Facebook and Instagram, because we saw you have an active community and you want to prominently show that. People can go there and look at what you guys are up to. All right. I know there's a lot of beautiful stuff going on up here, but I want to scroll down, go to the next section. Right off the bat, we want your audience to see what you do. Making it pretty simple, because there's a lot of things that you guys do in all kinds of different ways, but you want to simplify them. And we simplified them into 3 steps of you rescuing in your raggy rescue mission, and then giving the tender love and care to your beautiful furry animals, and then the matchmaking process, which you're an expert at. And each of these have a little button underneath that will lead the audience to where they need to go in any of these 3 sections. So they can notify you about a rescue that needs to happen through email. They can view the animals that you have currently in your shelter, and they can start an adoption process right there.
Sweet. Super simple. We know you love simple, Tish.
I love simple.
And let's not forget this. Let's not forget this beautiful, subtle texture in the background that carries throughout the website, kind of bringing that raggy feel throughout. Yes. And then we move down right here. We want to show off the impact that you've had. Now, these numbers are going to be updated because you guys are running around and rescuing and saving. So we're going to update these as we go. and so that people can see the latest numbers, latest impact that you've had. You got your animals rescued, you got the families that you foreverized,
Right.
and the countries that you've served across the world, and that's incredible. And
Yeah.
the lives
Wait,
that
give
you
me the.
transformed.
I want to know where's the craziest country? What are these countries? 5 plus? Can you give us? I know you gave us some crazy stories about this. Give us the picture here. Where are these countries that you're, you know,
Well, of
reaching out
course,
to?
we have the United States,
Yeah.
and just within the United States, we have done Save Dogs from Georgia, Virginia, locally, Texas, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia. Did I say that? North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida.
Yeah.
So you go overseas, we have rescued dogs along with other rescues. It's not just us. We have to partner with other rescues. Qatar, Russia, Turkey, and India. Can't forget India. That's where my Nyak's from.
True. That's Nyack. You're gonna have to show us Nyack in a minute here.
He
But
just went out.
oh, did they walk him? Oh, that's too funny. Oh, that's
That's
great.
incredible. So global partners, and as we scroll down, we'll see an area where there is plenty of room to keep adding the partners that you work with across the world, however you want to show them off and thank them. All right, I'm gonna pop back in
Go for it.
right
Go for
here.
it.
Okay, here we were. And as we talk about the impact, we will also want to see the families, the people that, these foreverized families that we talk about,
Look
they're
at
Yeah.
all
right here.
those.
And
So
and
many
your
foreverized families.
your website visitors have the opportunity to just scroll through and kind of feel the feeling, the happy feeling that these uh, whole families are bringing. And we wanted to have that right there for them to see. Right underneath, we talk a little bit about your mission to provide safe haven for neglected and abandoned animals. And there's an option to go to the About page right there. You talk about your impact a little bit more and how you've done in the past years. There's a donate button so you can keep this love going. And then you have your community and how we're presenting you as a resource to the community for whatever they need, shelter related, and they can contact you through there. And of
Right.
course, we add a map because we want people to know where you are,
Right.
visually.
Now, Tish, I know you're here in Garnet Valley, but you mentioned to me that you could ship and travel dogs anywhere to anyone. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe I'm sending a dog to Ali in California soon, I hope.
Oh, is that
To you,
so?
Ali.
I was actually gonna talk to you about taking my two dogs because they are driving me insane.
You have to fill the adoption form out, Ali. That's
Yes,
what
I
you have to
do.
before
Or
you
the
get approved.
surrender form.
Yeah.
Oh my God, too
I
funny.
think I'm good. I have two, and I'm way over my head.
I'll work on Jake then. But we
Yeah.
have adopted out to all over the United States, Seattle, Florida, even up to Canada.
So here's the moral of the story here. Anyone that's watching, they're accessible and all their critters, can get a home. You don't have to be local. It's nice to go visit them in person, but at the same time, we can access these homes. We can fill homes all over the dang world. Homes and hearts. One
do it.
raggy rescue at a
Yes.
time. Yeah, I love it.
All right, jumping back
you want
in.
to show us the rest of this thing? Yeah, let's see the rest of this
Let's
thing.
go. All right, so there you are. And then a little bit of humor, because who doesn't need humor? Keep up with the Podashians.
That's right.
Is how we're referring to
God.
your Instagram page.
Oh.
And we're integrating it right here so they can see the latest posts that you have on your Instagram automatically updating here. And they also have the option of clicking and going straight to your Instagram page separately.
Wow.
Now, if
Yeah.
people are here, as they're scrolling down, if they've come this far down and they still haven't clicked the adopt button, we want to address that. And we want to ask them, still on the fence about adoption, and give them 10 really thorough and meaningful reasons as
Okay.
to why they got to consider it. and they can pop through these and read them.
That's
If this
awesome.
doesn't get them off the fence, I don't
Yeah.
know what will. I mean, at this
Yeah.
point, there's no need to scroll anymore.
Just fill out.
Yeah.
Just fill out that
I need to
application.
scroll. This button right here. Like you read these.
That's the
hit it,
button.
get the
Leash already.
leash.
Everyone needs to hit that button.
Yeah, that is the most important button we want people to hit.
Love
And
it.
then we're down here. We made it to the partners that you were talking about. Now, these are 2 sample partners that we put, the ones that we know about, and we're going to get that list from you and add to them. But the Bissell Pet Foundation, Freed by Training, and you just told me about these global partners that you have. And that's at your discretion, whoever you'd like to promote here and thank or show off, you can add to this. There's plenty of room. And it can be scrolled and browsed.
I love this. And let me just say, if there's any partners that are listening to, this is going to help you guys grow the mission together and the why. Because again, just like Tish said from the beginning, it's one person at a time. It's one life. So partners are that's the important thing. So reach out in that capacity. And that's why we wanted to highlight that as well, because we want you to feel seen and we want your audience to be able to see and feel and connect with everyone. So huge community for this business for sure. Oh, we can't see it anymore now.
All right.
Go back.
in. Yeah, because I want to make sure you're recorded in full size. I don't want to.
I love that.
Keeping that in mind. All right, and that's it. That's the latest, last section of the homepage, and you're gonna have your business information at the bottom with this little established
That's so cute.
stamp right
The
there.
stamp, yeah.
To
I
add
love it.
a little bit more texture, a little bit more personality.
So I have a
to
question
that.
here, Ali. One of the
Yeah.
most important parts. What happens when we do click one of the most important buttons, which is adopt? I would love to hear the process of that from you, Tish. And what happens when they're like, yeah, I want to go see the dog. I don't know, or the cats. What needs to happen here?
We do like to say to fill out the application first, because we hate to have people come in here and fall in love, and then they have to go through the process, which only takes about 24 to 48 hours to get approved. But that dog that or cat that they fell in love with could have been taken by somebody else. So we want you to click that adopt button and fill out the application. It doesn't have to be on any specific animal, and it goes right to our application team, which is fantastic. They contact you as soon as they receive the application if they have any questions, and that's it. Then you get to come on in or go to our fosters and meet the animal of your choosing.
Heck yeah. And if they
That makes
did get
sense.
approved, where they're coming back here and they're clicking some buttons, Ali, can you show us what that looks like so they can land on the right site where all the dogs are and all the animals?
Yeah, let's walk through that. Because we know that you keep your directory of animals on a third-party website, adoptpet.com. We don't want to mess with that. That's a system that you're comfortable with. So we keep those links right there. So let's say we're at the top, we're here, we want to adopt an animal. So we click this button, adopt today. We land in the page, the adopt page right here. Now you have 2 options. You have view available animals. When you click that, new tab will open, which they will see your adopt a pet profile and they can browse through your latest animals. And you're very familiar with this. The next button is adoption application, which is your adoption form that you want people to fill out to make sure they actually can take the animal home and not going to be rejected.
Right.
And we have 2 of those, and we've placed them here with the appropriate information. And once they click that, the form will open and you will receive it once it's filled out.
Beautiful. I love this. So we're going to keep this video short and sweet because we want you guys to check out the rest of the website and we want you to try and break the website. That's what you need. You have to find every little nick and cranny. If you break it, we'll give you a bonus cookie and a treat. But we want you guys to take action and share this and get the community involved. So my final word here, Tish, is what's the message that you want to kind of give the community to the future and the big vision here and these next steps? And, you know, how can the community get involved? Give us a kind of like a final message here.
What we want to do is complete homes. We want the humans to be completed with a furry friend, or even if they feel that they have to surrender their dog, maybe we can keep their dog with them. Let's keep the lines of communication open. And we just want a happy life for everyone.
Truthfully filling hearts and homes all at the same time. I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Thank you three, or you two, me included, I guess it's three, for taking some time and going through this and launching it and just kind of being a part of this whole thing. So super fun. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you later.
Thank you, guys.